The most painful thing that can happen to anyone is when you are close to success and they snatch it away from you. Everywhere go first blow. That is the story of 7 players who were called up by their countries, guys who were at the brink of being part of the greatest sporting event in the world, but injury said no. Now let's look at the players, shall we? First on the list, Liverpool midfielder and Japanese captain, or should I even say former captain now, Wataru Endo. Remember in February he had a serious foot injury while playing for Liverpool and he ruled him out of the season. His recovery went well and he was called up into the Japanese squad for the World Cup with the hope that he will be fit to play. Sadly, injury said you go nowhere. He has now pulled out of the tournament completely and even more sadly has retired from national team football at age 33. Let's go to 2022 World Cup semi-finalists, the Atlas Lions of Morocco. 2 players, Real Betis attacker Abdesamad Ezzalzouli and Marseille centre-back Nayef Aguerd, who will no longer be part of the World Cup due to injury. For Aguerd, he had been injured previously, he had recovered but wasn't fully fit to be part, while Ezzalzouli suffered a knee ligament sprain in the pre-World Cup friendly against Norway some days ago. Now let's look at Roma and Brazilian first choice right back Wesley, who suffered a thigh muscle injury while playing against Egypt in a pre-World Cup friendly. His World Cup dreams don't end with that. And then there is 18-year-old Bayern Munich and German wonder kid Leonard Karl, who suffered a torn muscle fiber in his left thigh during training in the United States of America, and as a result, is unable to take part in the tournament. Then there is Napoli and Scottish classy midfielder Billy Gilmour, who sustained a knee injury in the pre-World Cup friendly win against Curacao and is out of the World Cup. They struggle. Then you now go to Netherlands. Arsenal and Dutch right back Juren Timber, who has also been ruled out of the World Cup because if you remember, he had been dealing with a groin injury he sustained while playing for Arsenal. He was rushed back into action. In fact, he played the Champions League final despite not being fit, and all that stress affected his recovery. If you've been following my videos, you know I talk about the groin a lot and how stubborn it can be to recover. Ask Cole Palmer. Anyway, the Dutch medical staff checked him and decided that he wasn't fit to be part of the World Cup. That's really sad. There are the likes of Englishman Bukayo Saka somewhere, who is still struggling to get 100% fit after the Achilles injury sustained in match while playing for Arsenal. And then French centre-back William Saliba, who has been dealing with a back issue and might miss France's first game against African champions, Teranga Lions of Senegal. Expect more injuries because these players are undergoing lots of stress with the number of games that they are playing. Based on these injuries you've heard from these players, which of these teams do you think will be affected the most? Share